Alright, getting into Stardew Valley for the day. Every day starts off with giving Penny her chats and her emerald and coffee, and the beans are not yet ready, but it is still the end of the season, so we are collecting our tea leaves and making more green tea. I did figure out that I'm doing 40 of each crop for fall. I'm not growing wheat, corn, or sunflowers, but 40 of the other things. But my main goal today is to try and get at least some of my Ginger Island farms set up. So that I can make more and more money than I am currently making. So at the very least, I want to get my sprinklers where they belong today. That is 4 uh, Legend Row at once. I also need to change that sturgeon pond into something that is more lucrative. So we still have uh, Keys Cuisine, another 23,000-ish, 22 and some change to uh, finish up. Make sure I continue at the very least. You know what? I'm gonna go all in on the triple shot espresso too. I can make 22 of them, and that will get me closer. Once I have those beans finished growing, I'm going to be getting so much coffee that giving up some now just won't even be a issue. Lightning struck a path, so replace that. Looks like corn is done today. Red cabbage will be done at the end of the season tomorrow. But we have the hot peppers today. We have starfruit today as well. And of course, as always, hops. Uh, I am not doing animals until I clear my inventory a little bit. But let me get the battery packs off of those lightning rods so that they're not, so that they have room to accept new lightning. Saving hops all the time. Saving starfruit for wine. I have enough hot peppers to turn them all into wine if I want to. And another pair of broken glasses. And now I will take care of the animals. Don't think I'm going to any mine today, so it really doesn't matter which one I take. But maybe for today, what I'll do is the lake fishing. At this point of the game, uh, fishing is not necessarily the biggest money maker anymore. But as long as I smoke the fish, it's not too bad. So unfortunately, we do have an ostrich egg, but clearly I need to make one more mayo machine because I shouldn't have to wait at any point. So wood, stone, earth crystal, and a copper bar. 15 of each wood and stone. A copper bar and an earth crystal. And if I'll move the auto grabber because I like having that one extra space between it and any mayo makers. And pop in the ostrich egg so I can get 10 tomorrow. It's exceptionally rare that we're going to have a day with with uh, it lining up that I'm getting an ostrich egg and 2 duck eggs, but we will be prepared should it happen again. Um, do I have, how much wild bait do I have? I'm gonna use wild bait while I'm fishing at the lake so that I can potentially get 2 at a time and make it go a little bit faster. Always happy for clay. I mean, the dig site on Ginger Island has clay nodes, so I'm not like hurting for it, but that doesn't mean I'm not happy to get a little bit more. I expect to see plenty of sturgeon, but I did not necessarily expect it to be the first fish I hooked. And I didn't. I said I was going to use a wild bait, and I haven't actually put it on yet. I was going to pull back the rod before a bite just to do that, but yeah. Let's take off the deluxe bait and put wild bait on there. I don't need the larger fishing bar that deluxe bait provides. Messed up the carp. For most fish, I don't have to move right away, but it's kind of habit for me to do it in case it is a fish I need to do so. Like sturgeon, for example, you probably have to move right away to start catching it. I will deny that the extra fishing bar of the fishing bar size of the deluxe bait is valuable, but I don't necessarily need it, even to catch a sturgeon. It is a little disappointing that I haven't gotten the double catch with the wild bait yet, though. So, one of the main things I need to do to get my Ginger Island farm properly ready for max profits would be getting all of my iridium sprinklers in place. The only reason I haven't already done it is because while an iridium sprinkler covers a respectable 5 by 5 area, uh, if I add pressure nozzles to them, it becomes a 7 by 7 area, which is more plantable space on my island farm that I can put crops in rather than needing a few extra sprinklers here and there. Because I have the UI info suite, it won't take me very long to uh, get the sprinklers arranged and, more importantly, see if there are any unwatered spots. It took me a while to figure out on my last playthrough because I was playing on Switch and, of course, no UI info suite. It eventually transpired that I had 710 starfruit and one space was not watered. Eventually I replaced it with an ancient fruit and put deluxe retaining soil there, so that I wouldn't have to remember to replant it, and it would always be watered. If I put a starfruit there and put deluxe retaining soil, it wouldn't be growing at the same pace as all the other starfruit because they all had deluxe speed grow on them. And I'm trying to decide for since I'm going to be mostly ancient fruit on my island on this save, if I want to put deluxe speed grow on them. Because it will make the first harvest of the ancient fruit come sooner, but after that it has no effect. Oh, that's a shot. I was wondering why it looked like there was a seed planted in the ground behind me, even though a seed can't be planted there. It was the shadow of the fairy. Alright, so the more iridium bars are done, and I need to make sure that I have, I imagine somewhere around 20 clay. Actually, I'm going to get 35 coal out just because. I'm going to switch back to the deluxe bait and save the remainder of the wild bait for another time. Uh, I can sell that and that, and I can probably. Nope, I am now at 50 topaz. So I'm going to start smoking the fish that I caught. And also, while I'm here, I'm going to fish out the 10 sturgeon from this pond. If you just empty the fish pond, you can put a new fish in there. But any fish that are still in the pond, you lose. So, when you are changing a pond to a different fish, make sure to fish out everything that's in there already so you don't lose them. You don't have to do the fishing game except for one very specific case where the legend sometimes works wrong. If you uh, fish at just the wrong spot, it will make you do the mini game. But if it does make you do that, you can potentially fish up more than one legend. If you use wild bait or challenge bait, you could essentially duplicate your legends that way. And of course, even though I didn't put regular quality sturgeon in the fish pond, any fish you put in the fish pond becomes legend or becomes race quality. So in terms of uh, I believe the crimson fish and the glacier fish give the same price of roe. Mutant carp and the mutant carp and the angler are less. I know blobfish and ice pip are pretty good. But I've already had the crimson fish in the pond before, and then I changed it. So the crimson fish is already regular quality from having been in the fish pond before. So I will put it back in the pond. Oops, I need to actually remove all the fish and return the pond to its original state. And now that it is not a sturgeon pond, I can put the crimson fish in there. I should put gold animal crackers on the other two fish ponds, but I don't have enough preserve jars to accommodate all of them. Yeah, I took out extra uh, coal so that I could smoke all the sturgeon as well. I'm going to ride over to Lewis's, get the prize ticket for the quest I just completed, and turn them in. I don't know how close I am to an iridium sprinkler, but I don't need an iridium sprinkler as a prize. Oh, there's multiple prizes I can select. I don't need it because I have more than enough uh, gold bars, iridium bars, and battery packs to craft all of the iridium sprinklers I could possibly want. But I would still say that of the things I can get from the prize machine still, that an iridium sprinkler is probably the best. Yes, most people would sell the treasure chest for that nice 5000 G, but I just hoard them. There is no reason to hoard as many as I do. Absolutely no reason at all. I can't even say that I'm keeping anything just so that I have a guaranteed loved gift for everyone. Everyone's at max hearts, it doesn't matter. Well, I do it anyway. I'm happy that I have all the uh, house renovations. Where else would I find places to put all the plants that I'm given? Penny's on her way to bed. How many? I only have the one golden animal cracker right now. I want to get up to 4 and spend them on my goats. Smoked carp, smoked chub, smoked carp, smoked bullhead. And I still have a horrible habit of not processing these. I'm going to, if I can, destroy this little bush. And let's go up to, let's increase our uh, 5 more, I think I want to do. Let's increase our number of preserve jars. I'll leave that gap. There. That's a better number to have. Oops. Alright. Do I have a place where I'm putting any additional iridium sprinklers? Am I putting them in there? Am I putting them in my house? I don't know. I have a couple in here. Yeah, what would be the limiting factor? Because iridium sprinklers take 1, 1, and 1. I have 60 battery packs. I have 303 gold bars and 140 iridium bars. So the limiting factor right now is battery packs, but I need fewer than 60 to cover the entire Ginger Island farm. I think I need around 30. I'll probably make 40. Or have 40 at least. So that completed the uh, special request for lake fish for Demetrius. And I sold a bunch of sashimi and triple shot espresso, so I'll have a better idea of what I still need to do for Key's Cuisine. Uh, it is 12,120. How much does a bread sell for? Let's make a single bread real quick. Bread sells for 60. So if I take 12,120 divided by 60, I'm not going to do this by hand. 12,120 divided by 60 is 202. I would need to make 202 bread to do that uh, by itself. As we can see, the coffee beans are done now. And with the deluxe retaining soil on them, I will get more every 2 days. And can make many coffees because there are 9 coffee plants there. So I'm not going to be in shortage of coffee ever. Let me grab the emerald for uh, Penny. She repaired some of the fences, which is the kind of thing I want to see her doing. Tonight is the moonlight jelly. Always happy to see moonlight jellies. I'm not one of the streamers that has their pulse on screen, but if I were, you would see it uh, get go down quite a bit as I uh, just take that in. Very peaceful. Alright, so it is the being the last day of summer. I need to make sure I plant things. You can see that the color of the crimson fish pond has changed. If I had the room, I would do 10 fish ponds, one for each of the legendary fish, and one each for the other fish that change color when you make a pond of them. But I don't have the room for all those fish ponds. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe even if Pierre is closed for the festival, he would, I would be able to get in. He would still be standing at the counter, and I would still be able to buy things today. But some part of me feels like I should not buy, not go buying the wheat flour just yet. There'll still be several days for me to collect other things. Alright. I'm going to make hot pepper wine. I was at 136, which means I should be at 36 when I'm done. If I don't miss any. 37 after inside, and 36 now that I'm outside. Just kept most of my hot peppers so that I could have something to turn into wine. Yeah, I have 202 blueberries, so that's an option for the next one, certainly. Alright, so let's sell the blueberry one. That'll be a nice little boost. Uh, since it's a festival day, I don't need to feed my animals. I will keep them inside another day to let what grass I do have available outside continue to propagate. Another iridium quality dinosaur egg that I can sell for more by itself. I decided to abandon any plans I had of uh, trying to space out the ostrich further. I'll just let them be. I'll let them and the dinosaurs be on back-to-back days. It's okay. We'll see how many days it is before I actually need all of the video machines again, if ever. I want to put this in a preserve jar. Alright, so the wheat is gonna still be growing, but the red cabbages are done, so let's harvest all of those. And the tomatoes are done, as is the summer squash. We can get one more harvest out of that. And of course, the hops every day. It won't really help me for tomorrow, but I will go ahead and retill these spots. One red cabbage I missed. I I counted wrong. Unless I intended to do 32 fairy rows, but I don't think I did. I think my 40 was wrong. How disappointing. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. And then I'm thinking 44, 45, and 16 fairy rows. So if it's 45 times 8, that's 360 spots. Do 8 for grapes on the trellis, and 8 for, uh, leave 8 spots for sweet gemberries, because I have 8. So if I took off 8 for that, and 8 for sweet gemberries, and why don't I take off 16 for broccoli? Have 2 sprinklers for that. That leaves me with 328 spaces. And then if I do amaranth, artichoke, beet, bok choy, pumpkin, yam, cranberries, and eggplant, that is 8 more crops. So if I divide 328 by 8, that brings me to 41. 41 is what we're looking at for each of those crops. I will go ahead and sell the quality of each of these crops, and then I'll look at what I have and determine if I want to sell more. Excuse me. Alright. I could easily I easily have enough summer squash if I want to process that. Um, Same with blueberries. I did not have quite enough tomatoes or red cabbage to do that all. I did pull up another page. Uh, crop Whether crops are better in a keg or preserve jar. Because the preserve jar increases the profit of a crop 2 times base crop value plus 50, while the keg is vegetables, wine times 3, or fruit, wine times 3, vegetable juice 2.25. So low value crops are more valuable in the preserve jar because of the plus 50 it adds at the end. It also, preserve jars also don't take as long. So looking at summer crops that are more profitable in a preserves jar than a uh, keg. I was growing corn. Corn is one. Uh, Also radish and summer squash, tomatoes, and then technically blueberries and hot peppers as well. Now, because preserved jars process faster in terms of profit per day, preserved jars are always better, but max profit, uh, you want to put low value crops such as summer squash in preserved jars. It may be tight, but I'm going to use these top 8 to try and get some of the lower quality crops processed. I accidentally put one in the bottom there, but that's okay. We'll be fine. I am going to uh, not plant anything yet. I'm going to try and figure out some of the uh, stuff on the island uh, before the uh, moonlight jellies. Unfortunately, tea is brewed, not cooked. Otherwise, I would be able to sell all that and be done. I have one fresh bread in my inventory. Let's sell that. I can't make any sprinklers unless I have the battery packs as well. Alright, let's warp over to the island. Do I have any key gems right now, or am I still waiting on the am I waiting on completing another quest before I get any? I have 10 right now, which is not enough to get even, it's not enough to get any pressure nozzles. I will get 25 for this, which will allow me to get 4. My first 4. So right now I have things uh, done out based on uh, regular uh, iridium sprinklers. Let's make 10 more real quick. So for the moment, that is how I will space it, just so that I have these sprinklers here. But what I want to see, let's make 5 more. 10 more. I believe with this number, once I have pressure nozzles on them, they would be able to cover every space. would cover everything. Some of these pineapples do already have deluxe speed grow on them. I'm basically leaving the pineapples right now because I want something growing there until uh, but when I change it to accommodate for the pressure nozzles, I'm going to need to get rid of some of them because I'll be moving where the sprinklers currently are placed. But until I actually do that, I want to leave them where they are because they're, you know, fully grown. So we got more sprinklers down. We got a fish pond changed to a more profitable one. So we have done something regarding profit so far this stream. I still need to figure out how to use some of this extra space. I've got my hardwood farm there. So that's how I'm using this bottom section. More obelisks and the golden clock will eventually go over here, but uh, I need to figure out what to do with this space. Possibly another shed, but I'm not sure. And clean all of this up. In fact, I'm going to get rid of these bushes as well. They're just taking up space. Speaking of waste of space, deleted. Alright. I think that's good for today. My horse is still on the island. Bring the horse back. If somehow it finds its way back from the island on its own, I don't know how, but it does happen. Have we gotten the Junimo plush yet? Today was the last day of the season. I don't think I've actually... I think there's actually a lot with the secret notes I haven't done. Alright, Moonlight Jellies. So it's the same as year one, except Moonlight Jellies are my old friends. They come to the island every year too. We did not have Leo here for the previous Moonlight Jellies, but everyone else we've talked to, uh, also Kent, we haven't had at a odd year Moonlight Jelly yet. So we'll talk to him as well, but everyone else's dialogue will be the same as it was in year one. Well, Penny might be different now that we're married and all. She might say something different. But marriage doesn't actually guarantee people's dialogue changes at festivals. Not every time. Sometimes. Lewis will be telling me, or Pierre will be telling me to pick up my fall seeds tomorrow. I will not forget. Do not eat the moonlight jellies. Hello, Penny. Life's so easy for... Yeah, that's her Usual dialogue. Nothing about marriage. Maybe I shouldn't push Sebastian in the water after all. Good evening. Hope you can find some time to relax before the harvest season. I talk to everyone. Everyone who's here. Dwarf, Sandy, and Krobus are not, but I see something weird there. Okay. So let's just enjoy the music and the jellies. Okay. I turned off my fan and grabbed the sheet because it's actually cold in here. Fortunately, I can't keep it properly wrapped around me while I'm got my arms out. But alright. That was relaxing. I made sure that I didn't forget to grab any tea leaves. Oh, we got them all. That's the end of tea leaf collecting. There. Yes, I picked up the table plant. Yeah, that's not a lot from blueberry wine, but it's something. Alright, welcome to fall. Fall, it makes me think of colored paper and glue. Maybe I'm spending too much time with the children. We got 12 tea leaves left, which means 4 sets of uh, green tea. Alright, so I do at least have the iridium. I don't have the. I don't have the. I thought I had them in iridium. Why do I not? Why have I not upgraded my tools? Fool. So it's going to take me a little longer than I thought because I thought I had my tools upgraded properly, but apparently I did not. Thankfully, summer has a lot of crops that regrow, so I don't have to redo everything. But it's still taking longer than it should have. Uh, Things feel wrong. Alright, now we should be good in terms of uh, what's tilled. I just need to get it all watered, and then we can go pick up our crops. 41 of each, which also involves a trip to the desert to get beets. Let's go ahead and scythe everything though. And all this wheat is fully grown. And my carefully done math does not include 8 corn. So I'm going to pickaxe that as well. Alright, let's first I will get that wheat put away and that hay put away, plus a couple other things I picked up. Sell these and hop on Moon to get my crops. We ride. Jody wants a smallmouth bass. Probably won't do anything about it. Hang on. Hang on. One moment. Check the special orders board to see if there's something specific I should be growing. There's not a thing for a particular crop. If I do anything, it'll be the ocean fish, but I may just ignore it. So, pop in here, and welcome to Pierre's. I wish to put the current season crops at the top. Okay. 41, 41. 16 of the fairy seeds, 41, and 8 of the grape starters, 21 for artichoke, and we're good. Let's buy 300 wheat flour, just so I have some extra. While I'm already at Pierre's, buy the wheat flour so I have it if I need it. Alright, and pay 500 so that I can pay to buy more crops. We will definitely get the money we need to get the desert obelisk soon. Just gotta spend quite a bit of money on the first day of a season. Alright. Your loyal horse waits patiently for your return. Moon is such a good horse. And we do that, and 16 of these I decided. Alright. So now let's actually get the stuff planted. I'm going to put the grapes down on the furthest spot I have here. And then I'll put the broccoli in the 16 spaces above that. Darn it! I have extra broccoli, I can fix it. Yes, I'm going to be that picky about it. And then the 8 rare seeds there, and now start planting other crops. We'll start with the bok choy. Actually, I'll take a moment right now to put in the fairy rose where I want it. And then I will do beets next. And then I will do yams. And then I will do artichokes. And then I will do amaranth. And then I will do pumpkins. Doing the crops that regrow last. Now, eggplants. And if my math was all correct, these cranberries will perfectly fill the remaining spots. Correct math. When math is done properly, it makes me smile. Trying to... Because I pushed the wrong buttons for so long, I wasn't able to get that done. So the animals will already be asleep for the most part, but I can at least get something done. Some of them are moving, but we know from experience that that doesn't mean that they'll actually let me pet them, even if I happen to get to them while they're actively moving. I don't mind taking the time to pet my animals each day, but uh, for the first day of the season, when you're busy planting things, that's when I most want the auto petter. So I don't have to worry about the day that I'm not petting them, because I'm focused on crops. Just because I'm going to be doing a lot of crops on Ginger Island doesn't mean I want to ignore the crops here at home. I'm okay sticking with just the one loom because I don't have sheep. If I had sheep, I would make at least one additional loom. To process the amounts of wool faster. But since I only have rabbits occasionally giving me, I don't need to process any faster. Alright, I will turn these 3 fish into sashimi and put the wheat flour away. get another set of tea leaves brewing. So, new season, I got all of my crops planted, put in the ground, so we're good there. Don't need to worry about any of that. There would be a new key quest for uh, this week, but I'll grab it tomorrow. Let's just get into bed. Once I've collected the jade, of course. I actually turned off the fan in my room too. Try and make it warmer. Could also put on socks. That would probably help. Made almost 50,000. So we probably made pretty close to what we spent that day. And we're at 928,000. Another couple days around 50,000 and we would be, done. I will not be growing giant pumpkins because the current layout does not support giant crops. My brain just completely stopped for a moment there. Oh, it's her birthday. Usually if I give the spouse a different loved gift than what I give them every other day on their birthday, but I forgot. I have a friend from high school and also a cousin whose birthday is today in real life. Because I put hot peppers in there, I don't have uh, room in any for the current amount of row I have. Let's see, 3 more, or 2 more. Keep hoping is that the prismatic butterfly will show up again. So that it's actually giving me something to deal with that day. My animals are mostly at max heart, so it's not a big deal if I miss 1 day of petting. The only ones that aren't max hearts is the ostriches. As long as they're fed, they'll be okay. I'm trying to make sure the animals remain fed at least. Alright, so we'll pop over to the island and see what kind of quest awaits us this week. After I harvest fruit tree fruit. It's not much, but that doesn't mean I should, no, ignore it. Make sure I get it twice a week. Also, I should be here to scythe things. Alright, what I'm going to try and do is, when I get back home, craft a bee house and leave it there. So that when it's done, I know that the ones on the island are also done. There's more fiber. I say when I harvested an entire stack of fiber earlier. Alright, over to the walnut room. What are my options this week? Find 4 prismatic shards, place them in my collection box, or 50,000 points in Genome Cart Endless Mode. I'm sure I can find 4 prismatic shards in a month, but I don't want to have a quest in my journal for a month, or until I complete it. Meanwhile, I can go home and immediately score 50,000 points in Genome Cart. I can have that done today. Okay, so to craft a bee house, besides maple syrup, I need 40 wood, 8 coal, and an iron bar. 40 wood, a maple syrup, an iron bar, and 8 coal. I will craft a bee house, and I will put it down right there. And when it's on the day that it's done, I know that I have more to harvest on the island as well. Of course, I also need to make more bee houses to put on the island itself, but one thing at a time. I have 15, which is enough for 5 more triple shot espresso. Tomorrow is the day that I'll make bread. Let's see if I can knock out the Junimo cart right now. I don't need to get my best score. I don't need to get onto leaderboard. I just need to top 50,000. Oh, darn it! If I'm making mistakes like that, this may not be my day. Even when you play as much Junimo card as I have, you can still have a bad day. No! Oof! I thought I had been on the uh, non-icy spot for long enough to go back to normal speed, but apparently not. That jump took me longer than I thought it was going to. Thankfully, I realized and let go of the mouse before doing the full jump. But I thought I was sunk. I'll hop over those bubbles. It gave me a favorable fruit layout that time, which gives me some leeway here if I don't like the fruit placement. I would still reach 50,000 by the end of the level. Fruit or no fruit. I'm already there though. But maybe I will get on the scoreboard. I might have stayed on the slime for too long. Oh! I was on the last jump. But yeah, there's my uh, gems. Yeah, that was on the leaderboard. So I messed up a little bit on that first one, but brought it back for the rest. I'm going to pick up everything that isn't currently doing something. And we're gonna make some stone floor to put in those spots. And all this open space. Including right up to the entrance of the fruit bat cave. Now, obviously, I'm not going to pick up the currently working preserve jars or oil makers to put path under them, but uh, that spot as well. But not the spot where the bet bowl is. I will put the solar panel back down where I actually want to put it. So I will leave the uh, heavy furnaces up here. My cat is in the way. Animals are inside. A few more truffles. Let's see. Is that the last piece of debris that I haven't gotten yet? The bait maker I really don't even need at this point. And I never use a geode crusher or the bone mill. So let's just put them in there. I crafted them because you have to craft everything, otherwise I don't think I would have bothered. I'm going to go inside and back outside to make my cat move. I'm hesitating to put stuff down on the left side of that path because I don't know if I want to make it a spot for another shed or for a slime hutch or what. I'm going to move the preserve jars when they're done. I'll put these things in a row up front. If I don't have a building here, then this spot would be all would be all preserved jars. I made way more than I needed to, uh, pathing wise. So with that in mind, I will put a bunch back here. So I at least know that nothing will try and spawn. I don't think anything can spawn behind your house anyway. Okay. Hopefully that will all be ready tomorrow. One more fresh sashimi because the cat dropped his snail. Pop into bed and we'll see exactly how much bread I need to make. Hop into bread, check the hop into bed, check the bread. Alright. So we have 9,100, no, 9,060 is what's left. If I'm not doing incorrect math again. 100,000 minus 90,940 is 9,060 divided by 60 for the bread. I need 151 bread to reach that amount. So, just want to see the number as many times as I can. 151 should be exactly what I need to complete the quest. Okay. The pickled summer squash. Let's pick up the spots that are not currently processing something, which is those ones, and put path where they were. Oh, there's a different path under that one. That's why I can't put it down. Okay, let's put the row in some of these. And we'll just wait for the rest to be ready. It's kind of surprising to me that I only have 3 of those. Plus 1 luck. I don't know if I'll do anything today that is influenced by luck, but hey. I'm going to the island tomorrow when I have more when I have more key gems to spend. And I believe all of my pineapple will be ready tomorrow as well. If I'm going to pickaxe any of them to rearrange sprinklers, I want it to be, you know, just after they've finished growing, so get one last harvest out of them. Rather than trash this piece of wooden flooring, I'm going to pick up the mushroom log and put it under that. Actually, where I had it, it's not getting that tree on the right. But if I move it over some, it's getting more trees, which means more effective. 4 of those trees are done. It looks like the rest are at stage 4. Lots of hardwood. Alright. So yes, what I will do now is I will fish at the ocean to complete another quest and make some more money. That was an odd graphical or audio overlap of the animals. I could grab a beach warp totem out of a chest, but I'll just ride. Don't want Moon to feel left out. Elliot's birthday will be in a couple days. I could go hunt red slimes. Alright, find a nice spot and just fish. I guess luck could affect Do not take this as fact, I don't know, but it's possible that luck will affect my chance of getting more than one fish with the wild bait. What I do know for sure it affects is the chance of getting a fishing treasure chest. If you took the fishing treasure chest profession, uh, 1 year when you reach level 10 fishing, and then get the advanced iridium rod and put a couple treasure hunter uh, bobbers on there, and then just boost your luck to crazy amounts, I imagine you would get a treasure chest almost every time. But the only one of those things that is currently true is that I have a little bit extra luck. I did not. I took the professions that make fish sell for more, and I don't have any bobbers on right now. As long as I get a perfect catch fishing right here, it'll be iridium anyway, so I wouldn't use a quality bobber. Though sometimes I do that. Well, I feel a little better about messing up the perfect catch at the first moment, since I ended up getting a treasure chest anyway, so it wasn't going to be a perfect catch. Treasure chest, diamond, and some roe. I was just double checking that that bait is on, because it doesn't feel like it is. Because I was able to stop it like that is why I don't use lead bobbers. So I can stop it at the bottom regardless. Seaweed. Seaweed doesn't count as an ocean fish, even though it's in the fishing collection. Gold treasure chest and the perfect catch. Still don't give me a second fish. So I got a diamond, a treasure chest, an emerald, and sardine roe from the other treasure chests. And then I get a gold treasure chest and it's 2 stone. Go figure. Three seaweed today. At the conclusion of this game day, I will take my break. The time is really flying. Apparently, I've already been live for an hour and 41 minutes. Feels like I just started. Sea jelly is always appreciated. Even if I don't make any more fish smokers, I'll still be happy to have gotten sea jelly. See, some min-maxers really want sea jelly right away because it does give +1 to your fishing level. So if one of the first things you catch is uh, sea jelly, then you can use that for your early fishing, get more perfect catches, and level up faster. Me, I generally don't eat the jelly if I can avoid it. Yeah, I'm going to have Robin make a slime hutch. Slime eggs sell for a decent amount. Even if I don't actually use the slime hutch, the mere act of having built it makes it so that slimes can drop their eggs. Well, I already uh, clicked the mouse, so schedule more fish. Maybe catch one more fish. And I got 2 on the super cucumber once I was already done. So 1500G for the quest plus everything I'll make from smoking and selling all those fish. The current price is what, 15 bombs? Yeah. 5 iridium bars is coming up. If I didn't have, hundreds of them, I would be very excited about that. Tomorrow I should take either my watering can or my hoe or my pan or my trash can. Take something to Clint. I should have had everything to iridium by this point. It's actually rather disappointing. Disappointing to myself that I haven't already done that. Alright, because I uh, practice what I preach, I always tell people to not keep bombs in their inventory. So, put those away. I also put the seaweed and the cave jelly in the usual spot. Why are you just standing in the doorway, Penny? You're making me a little nervous just standing there. What's going on? I have fish to smoke. Let me back outside. I caught 2 more after the end, which means I should have 22 fish in my inventory. I won't count them. I'll just start smoking. There you go, teleporting again. But it's pretty easy to happen when you have the obelisk right there. a few truffles. There's a artifact spot in here. More coal. The stone. Alright, make sure I actually do get the fresh bread sold. This stuff will take a little bit longer because it took me so long to actually get them put in. Alright, put 3 coal away because I don't need it out. I'll just go to bed and smoke the rest tomorrow. I noticed this and it's bothering me that that bush is covering up one spot of that. Alright, I guess since I wasn't inside yet, I'll sell another set of stuff. And as I said, I will take my break, but we will go to the island today to turn in some of that, uh, to redeem some key gems. We are so very close to 1,000,000, so probably the day after this, I imagine we'll be getting the island obelisk. But I will do some stretching and all the other break things and be back in just a moment. Okay, let's get back into the game. Go into the island. Every 2 days, the coffee beans will be ready in perpetuity. I don't have to worry about watering them ever. Even if I do happen to get 5 gold or silver quality uh, coffee beans, I'll still sell those ones. I will only use base quality coffee beans to go in the keg. None of those preserved chars are done yet. Fortunately, I do have enough up here to just barely cover what I currently have. Oh, 3 just finished as well, so be okay. we have infinite energy again today. So these three are done. Another piece of wood flooring was under that one. Replace it with stone. So now, no crops are done yet. The bok choy will be done tomorrow, because it only takes 4 days. But everything else takes longer. Do 3 more coffees. Not sure why my phone is giving me so many notifications. Was there breaking news or something? No, it's just being loud. Let's silence it. Why is only the one done? I don't think I need any more anywhere, but doesn't mean I won't occasionally do some. I don't know why only one maple syrup is done. Did I take some for cooking and something? I can check how long it's going to be until the other ones are done. 21 hours, 40 minutes, so it'll be ready tomorrow. On the one hand, today is the day that Sandy sells the uh, deluxe speed grow at the price I want, but I'm saving money today to pay for the desert obelisk tomorrow, and then I don't have to pay to go there anymore. So let's go to the island. It is raining on the island today. All of the pineapples are ready. But let's go over to the walnut room and get 8 pressure nozzles with my uh, gems. I do still want a deconstructor. I do still want galaxy souls. But first, pressure nozzles. So that I can really start getting all the additional money I need for obelisks and golden clock, and if I'm lucky, the return scepter as well. So let us harvest all of these. There was at this point 82 pineapples. I'm going to grab a sprinkler and see if the UI info suite uh, accounts for the space of the pressure nozzle. It does, in fact, cover that, yes. So I can move this one over a space. And if I put it there and add the pressure nozzle, again, I put it back in the same spot. That's the issue. Move it over one spot and then put the pressure nozzle back on it. And now we can see that it stretches all the way to the right. So I'm going to do that with a couple more. I can do 2 extra spots though. Nope, 1 spot too far down. Alright. Now the next part is to figure out how far over I put these. Is it just 1 spot further? There's no overlap, so yes, that is where I put them. So now we know the proper distance, which tells me that I need one right there. That's the wrong spot. I put it 1 spot too low. The issue here actually becomes that with the pressure nozzles here, they would reach up into unplantable area. I think I want everything 1 spot lower. Regrettably, I'm just going to get rid of this entire row. Based on where it expands. You put it there, yes? and then it reaches, yeah, so a spot here, and then over here with an additional spot, which means straight up from there as well. Alright, that's covering a pretty good amount. I'm just gonna kind of put them willy-nilly down here. I don't want to do that. They might get destroyed by things. I'll just hold on to them until I have the necessary pressure nozzles. Which will be a few days, but we have some space here that we can figure out. Actually, let's spend as much time as I can to get as many in place as possible. Now that I know where they'll need to be generally. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the next one would go there. And if I put one here, that should cover everything. I may need an additional one like right around here to make sure that every spot is covered. Let's put one there and we'll see what that ends up covering. Probably one there. And I assume one somewhere around here. Alright, when I get more pressure nozzles, we'll see what kind of coverage I have with those sprinklers. The rest I will keep at home for the time being. Okay, the final remaining preserve jars are done. So pick them up. And put the stone pathing down. Alright, with this layout I want 4 more, but I will worry about that in the morning. For now, let's sell all of that row and go to sleep. Part of me wants to recount nuts again, just so that I can get the rest of the pressure nozzles. So we don't have to wait until Monday in-game again to even get another quest, much less complete it. Smell of fall reminds me of the smell of books. My mother loves parsnip soup. Your mother loves many things, most of which are not good for her. But parsnip soup is not a problem. No new road today, but there is cave jelly. There is a fish from each location that, at high populations, can give you the appropriate jelly. So if you want lots and lots of fish spawn, or if you want lots of fish smokers, consider getting fish spawns with those fish in them. They'll give you all the jelly you need without hoping to fish it up. And of course you'll still need hardwood. I believe there's fish that give hardwood sometimes too. Fish spawns can give you all sorts of things if you have enough of them. Be interested in seeing how far you could go with only doing what fish spawns produce. Maybe I'll try that out and see if it is viable as a challenge. One of those trees is just not wanting to grow. Let's collect all of the maple syrup and all of the oak resin. We'll need to buy more bok choy. I'm going to use the winter to figure out uh, to try and get all the extraneous uh, produce that I've been keeping into their proper uh, into various uh, artisan goods, whether preserved jar, keg, and I imagine in some cases the dehydrator may be even better. And just try and, not have dozens of everything. I'll probably try to work most of them down to no more than 20. So that way if I need any for a quest or for cooking or whatever, I still have enough, but not, you know, chests overflowing with them. Make sure that I let the animals out so that I can get the... I will need truffles if I want to continue processing. I'm going to sell the regular and silver quality rabbit's feet. Don't see any reason to have those still. I have 59 deluxe speed grow, which is nowhere near enough. So I'll find a random spot to put this wood path as well. Okay. Now, I don't remember all of what I need, but I'm going to assume that cactus fruit and coconut is part of it. And I know iridium bars are as well. I'm not going to bother counting out. I'm just going to grab all of them. And we are going to ride our way down to the wizard. because I currently have over 1 million G on hand. I'll see what she has, but I'm not really not interested. And we are going to complete another percentage of perfection today by crafting the desert obelisk. Basically everything we do is working towards uh, perfection in some way, but we don't always see the percentage actually go up. Here we will see the percentage go up. Alright, the other thing I have to do today is, since the bok choy finished growing, I should replace it. I don't necessarily have to get more bok choy. There's enough time left in the season that I could grow anything in that space. But I will try and keep it relatively even. Uh, Once I reach year 4, I'm not going to care about even growth anymore. I'm going to do whatever gives the highest daily profit. Although, if I get everything on Ginger Island done, uh, profits at the farm at home really won't matter all that much. But if I get complete coverage with the iridium sprinklers I already have on the island, I'll tend to start working on improving this farm's efficiency, taking up less spaces. So after the obelisk, we have 100 iridium bars left. And it's good that I got a bunch of coconuts, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to make this. I want to check something about dehydrators. I have 305 iridium quality salmon berries. Blackberry season is just around the corner, and I have also 230 sashimi, which is slightly more energy and health than a iridium quality foraged berry. So I want to see if it's better for me to sell them outright as they are, or if putting them in. Well, the quality of the dried product is always normal, not affected by the quality of items used. So, the dehydrator officially makes the mushrooms or fruits sell at gold quality price plus 5 each, which would mean that if you put iridium quality in there, you're losing money, if I understand correctly. It's 7.5 times the fruit base price plus 25. 7.5 times the fruit base price plus 25G. 1.5 times base plus 5G per fruit. Because it takes 5, so the total sell price is 7.5 times fruit base price plus 25. But 1.5 plus 5 per fruit. So the base Let's do it. Let's actually see it in game. So what I will do is I will sell a. I will grab a piece of fairy dust so I don't have to wait. I will sell 5 salmon berries outright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I will put 5 in a dehydrator. And so I don't have to wait uh, a day. Just finish it. And then when I check the selling at the end of the day, I can see whether I made more based on the salmon berries sold as R or from the hello Royce, welcome to the stream. Or Row Ice, I don't know. Okay, that gives us with not a lot left to do today. The tasks I had planned did not take me very long. And I don't really have. Oh, I haven't been in the greenhouse yet. The ancient fruit is ready, so definitely want to make sure I'm not leaving that an extra day. I just remembered that I want to upgrade the rest of my tools to Iridium, but even if I had been over there in time, Clint is closed on Fridays anyway, so I couldn't have gotten the tool in today. Yeah, completing the community center is essentially a trade. Uh, you get Pierre open on Wednesdays, but Clint closes on Fridays. You can't just have all the nice things. Uh, when the greenhouse is ready again, I have enough ancient fruit for, or when the shed is ready, I have enough ancient fruit for the kegs. At least with the current number I have. One of my tools is iridium, so I will take advantage of that fact and go gather some wood. I want to make more bee houses and kegs, and right now the biggest bottleneck for all the things I want to craft is the wood. Sometimes I wait to chop wood to see if Robin is going to give me the resource rush, but I'm at a point where I don't really care about the community board anyway, so I want the wood now, so I'll get the wood. I'll also clear this so that I can actually get through if I want to. I do still wish that the golden clock prevented debris from spawning in the forest too. I mean, I don't have the clock yet regardless, but if there were a way to prevent all of this extra debris from spawning, I would use it. Half the time with the bushes, you can't tell what sort of debris is behind them anyway. Now is actually a good time to clear up a lot of this debris because I want to get a lot of blackberries during the season. Having a more clear path here will allow me to explore the entire area faster. I mean, between the 5 crab pots on my farm, uh, mussel nodes on the island, and what I already have stockpiled, I don't really need berries for energy anymore. I can get enough sashimi to do it forever, but based on the results of my selling experiment today, it may be that the blackberries are somewhat lucrative. It's not going to be as much as my crops or my wine, obviously, but it can be a little bit of a cash infusion. Enough to buy most of the deluxe speed growth that I want. I was waiting to see if Diamond Hunter would actually pop during any of this. I mean, I know it's a small chance to get a diamond when breaking rocks by hand, but I would think, just based on sheer volume of rocks that I've broken, that it might have happened more than just that once. I think I'll put in the watering can tomorrow just because I know I don't need it for anything. I'm not going to the volcano. Everything that I'm currently growing is covered by either deluxe retaining soil or sprinklers. So even if it's not a rainy day, I don't need to worry about not having my watering can for a couple days. It will just make it easier the first time I water things at the beginning of seasons. Okay, I got a good amount of wood and cleared a bunch of debris. I think we're good for today. But just for the sake of getting as much as I can in each day, uh, that sapling is preventing a uh, stump. Each of those mahogany trees will give more hardwood than the stump will, which is why I'm okay blocking some of the stumps spawning with them. But that was an unfertilized tree that was blocking a stump, and I don't want that. So typically I keep no more than 50 of each jewel, and no more than 100 diamonds. So I'm probably going to... exceptions are jade for staircases, but not sure if I actually want to worry about selling gems just yet. I'm also wondering if it would be worth changing my mining profession so that I can sell them for more and then switching back afterwards. If I would make more money by switching over, or if it would balance out because I would have to switch and then switch back for 10,000 each. I know the base sell price of a diamond is 750, so I would have to have quite a few gems to make it worth it. If I wanted to switch over, I would probably just wait until I have a significant amount more than I already do. See if I can trade those in for something fun when the bookseller is next year. And we actually want to look at the earnings screen today. So in total, I made 91,626. Now, five iridium quality salmon berries sold for 33 each, which would be 162, 165. It says right there. Don't have to do that math. So 165 selling them as is. A dried salmon berry ends up being 86. So at iridium quality, I get more money by selling them as they are. It doesn't hurt that I have bear's knowledge, which makes them sell for 3 times more to begin with. That 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 does figure into the calculations. So on this day, I will sell all of my salmon berries. I already have some blackberries, and then yeah, additional energy I may or may not need could easily be covered by sashimi. Yeah, it rained today. I would say my main goal for today is to turn in a tool to be upgraded. Uh, I'll also want to pop over to the island because the looks like the honey will be ready. I'll save some wild honey. Oh, that's 10. 10 will be enough. I can sell any additional I get. The beets will be done tomorrow, and I'll be able to, for the first time, take advantage of not having to pay. I'm excited for that moment. I definitely got enough wood yesterday that I can first finish off 4 more preserve jars. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have 20, which should be enough to easily cover all the fish ponds, even if I end up putting golden animal crackers in all of them. Or even if I decide to get more fish ponds, if I can find a spot to put them. So sell the salmon berries. I'll be getting just under 10,000 based on that alone. I get to walk a little bit faster today. Let me confirm that I don't have any crops that take 5 days to grow. Yep. The eggplants are ready already. I am out of hay in the silo. Because not every space here is filled. I I should already have some hay available based on the uh, all the or the wheat I chopped at the beginning of the season. So I don't necessarily have to buy today to be safe, but I will. So I will get 5 iridium bars so that Clint can upgrade. I'll get on Moon because the boost applies to her as well. And I will buy, oh, I don't know, a stack of hay. I bought one. Control Shift 1 click. It doesn't work with hay apparently. Unless I'm just missing a key. Yes, I was just missing a key. Alright. That will be plenty of hay to last me for a while. Just remember that even if I was selling a regular quality small egg, even that would pay for a uh, piece of hay. Every animal product I sell is worth several pieces of hay. So they will pay off what I spent on hay in just a couple days. Alright, we said it was going to be the watering can first. I want both the watering can and the hoe to be upgraded for when I have the sprinklers in place, but I still have to till soil and water spots to get the Ginger Island farm ready. So I don't have to buy more crops because the eggplants grow infinitely. Maybe I'll commission Robin to make another silo so that I have spots to put more of this hay. Alright, so next thing I will do is I will fill the spots in here. And then I will do the same in the barn and actually, pet and collect from in here. Oh, all these spots are already filled. I will put what I can in there. Alright. The worst part to me is if if the goats don't get fed and then the carefully constructed uh, getting to every day is temporarily disrupted. I staggered goods for a reason. Don't want it to be messed up. Put the copper ore away. Sell that. Alright, so 5 copper bars, 100 stone, and 10 clay is what I need for a silo.
Can you guess how many times I've pulled out 100 stone from a chest based on the fact that I was able to stop exactly on 100? Um, I want to look at something here. There's one additional space on the right side if I put one there. I don't have the stuff on me to make a slime hutch, so I can't see how it would look. I know the slime hutch size was reduced at some point. Uh, it decided it was just too big, but it's still not a small building. So the two silos I currently have are basically filled. In a couple days there will be another one and I can chop some grass to start filling it. Meantime I will stash hay there and I'll have to decide what I'm doing with forageables as well. The island is where I want to go today because there is some fairy rose honey ready for me. And you might call it cheating, but I'm gonna do it. It may be cheating, but I also promised that uh, I would either make a lot of money or make significant steps towards a lot of money in the stream. And if I don't have these figured out, then it's hard. Alright, I will get 2 more sets of pressure nozzles, and that may or may not be enough. We'll see. So I'm going to pick up 1 iridium sprinkler and pressure nozzle from uh, somewhere. I'll pick the one up here since it's out of the way and I know where it belongs already. So what I will do is I will put pressure nozzles on all of these. Four, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright, so if I do it like this, there are 2 spots there that are unwatered. But every spot in this direction is watered. If I don't have the pressure nozzle on that one, every spot is still watered, so there's no need to use a pressure nozzle there. Which means I can put it on this one instead. I know there's a sprinkler down here somewhere. And that makes it cover more spots, but not this spot. And that spot is a spot that there are 2 spots there that are not covered with this layout. So even with sprinklers, I will need a couple more. This needs to move 2 spots to the left if I want it to cover to the if I want it to cover all the way to the wall. If I put one like, I think I'm gonna need more than I wanted, which also means I'm gonna need more uh, pressure nozzles than I thought. It hasn't been patched out yet. Actually, the reason it hasn't been patched out is so that if there is a legitimate bug with the game's counting of the uh, walnuts, you can fix it. So it likely won't be removed unless, because there's no 100% way to guarantee that you're not going to get a bug with the, that you're not going to end up encountering a bug regarding uh, the walnuts. So it looks like I'll need at least one somewhere in here, and I will need more over here. Well, I can warp freely between the two, so even though I would prefer, if at all possible, to not fall asleep on the island. Uh, let's see if we can figure this out before I go to sleep on this day. If I have every spot covered, then I feel good. So go ahead and put this one back down now that I have uh, enough additional sprinklers to cover everything. We know that I can leave a gap here in both directions if I put a pressure nozzle on it. So do that. And now we have all of these spots covered except that I need to move this over several spots. In fact, to the other side of that, I believe. If I put it there and put a pressure nozzle on it, then every space is covered. I can leave a gap on each side there, put a pressure nozzle on it, and every space is covered. This bush prevents me from doing it here. Can I break this bush? I cannot. So instead, I put the one there where I can, and don't worry about pressure nozzle. If I put one here with a pressure nozzle, there is some overlap, but it covers most of these spots. What if I put another one here? If I do that, then there's still that same spot that wasn't covered last time. Oh, it doesn't show me overlap. I wish it did. But it will only show me overlap when I'm in the process of planting. Can I put it here and still cover everything? If I do that, then there's 2 spots here. No matter what I do, there's going to be... Actually, that leaves 3 spots open. So where I had it before was better. If I put one here and then put one, say, and then put the pressure nozzle on it, then I have only these spots left. If I put one there, every spot is covered, I believe. Yes, I see no spots where I can put a crop where it would not be covered by water. I will pass out here because I would not have been able to make it into my house on the mainland. So we are prepared to start planting on the island. What I will do in accordance with that is I will start it on Thursday. On Thursday, I will buy Deluxe Speed Grow from Sandy at her reduced price. I will buy as much for as many ancient seed packets as I have, at least, and start planting here. Because it will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days, I'll be able to harvest the remaining pineapples one more time. While I'm doing that, I'll also want to put path up here because that is an uncovered area. I can't plant on this, and I wanted it to be uniform, which is why I didn't go up one space higher. But I'll need to put some pathing here to prevent uh, weeds from spawning and killing my crops. Some sort of path. Doesn't really matter what kind. Just something to cover it. So I am left with 4 iridium sprinklers and 3 pressure nozzles after doing all that. I don't know that I'm going to go as far as to put pressure nozzles on iridium sprinklers here on the farm as well. But I will want to, once it's winter and I'm not growing things, upgrade to having iridium sprinklers on the farm as well. The main farm. But that's, it's only the 7th day of fall. We've got time. I'd love to hear about all the artifacts you found. Archaeology is fascinating. I think there may have been farmers at this very spot 10,000 years ago. I'm going a little longer than I usually do for Stardew Valley today because my break was a little bit longer as well. Otherwise, I would have stopped before I started this day. But I will do an additional day. This current day that I'm playing. Here, Robin working on the new silo. More row, but I am of the belief that with the current amount of row that I have, or with the current fish ponds and the amount of preserved shards I have, I do not think it's going to cause an issue at this point. I get the +1 movement speed again. There are some days where I'm not crazy about the +1 movement, And days when I have to replant things is one of them, because sometimes your character is just moving too fast. But I'll make it work. I don't have to worry about it with harvesting because I don't harvest by hand anymore. So we will need 41 more beets, and I can teleport to the desert. Pam wouldn't have even been at the bus stop yet. Off screen, I won't promise that I'll do this, but I may actually try and count how many plantable spaces I have available on the island currently. Uh, so that I know how much deluxe speed grow I'll need in total for when everything is covered. Because it would make sense for me to at least to plant star fruit on the other spaces uh, while I'm waiting for more ancient fruit to grow and be put into the seed maker. But uh, I know that even by Thursday I'm not going to have enough money to buy all of those star fruit seeds because uh, I would need a couple 100,000 likely. And that's just for the starfruit seeds alone, not counting the deluxe speed grow. Figured since I was here at the island, I may as well, or since I was here at the desert, may as well get the wood. So the shed is done. Everything I put in there has finished. So, um, I need to replace what's in there. I'm gonna keep things growing. I think how I will do that is I first want to see if I can make the remaining 38 kegs that I would need. So let's see all the wood I have, and I have exactly 38 oak resin. The question is, do I have enough wood to do it all? Thank you for the follow, Melissa Barth. I appreciate that. I'm doing okay. I'm a little tired, but it's all good. Where are the kegs and why are they not highlighted? It's copper that I need, not gold. The stream is going pretty well. Uh, Gotten a fair bit done today. I have no complaints. You can ask. I have a pretty good idea what you're going to ask and how I will respond, but you are, of course, free to ask. I missed the spot right there. Alright, before I even start refilling, I will put down the new kegs. As far as I'm aware, this is still optimal keg placement for a shed. At least if you are unwilling to break and replace the kegs each time. Obviously, you could fill every space and use like an upgraded hoe to collect it and then re-break them. And I'm not currently looking for any graphic design or anything like that. So because I increased the number of kegs that I have, I no longer have enough ancient fruit to fill it. But I do have enough blueberries. Blueberries is, I believe, the only thing. Or I have 138 summer squash too. But if I put the blueberries in now, I told you I wasn't interested. So I don't see why I should add you on Discord. So if I do the blueberries now, then I will have another harvest of ancient fruit before the kegs are ready to be refilled again. So I'll be able to do at least one uh, ancient fruit kegging before uh, stuff on the island is ready, at which point I'll be able to uh, do ancient fruit in the keg every time. There are 2 blueberries left, which means that 1 keg in this shed is not currently filled. Can you find it before I do? It's a game for me. I see if I can see it before I walk over it while holding the fruit. Here it is at the end of this row. And the last one goes outside so I know when they're done. So that shed is now full. So for the time being, I'm happy with the number of kegs that I have. I may want more preserved jars in the future, but for the moment, it seems like they're doing what I need them to do. I mostly want the preserved jars for a row, and I should actually start putting like at least 5 in there. Take this back row for whatever crop I'm working on. So I happen to know for a fact that on the list of things that are more profitable to put in the preserve jar as opposed to a keg, uh, the basically every spring crop except for strawberries is one of them. Looking at the list now, I see carrot, cauliflower, garlic, green bean, kale, parsnip, potato. Flowers are not edible, so you can't put them in there. Carrot, cauliflower, garlic, green bean, kale, parsnip, potato. Unmilled rice actually as well. if you want to put it in a preserved jar, that is. Rhubarb, actually, rhubarb is, I believe, the one that is more profitable to put in. But even like the apricot in particular is the fruit that is more profitable to put in a preserved jar. The other ones are more profitable in keg. I believe that is true for all other fruit tree fruit. Apple, banana, cherry, mango, orange, peach. Yeah, I see them all there. Strawberry and rhubarb are the regular spring crops that are more profitable in the keg. Because I'm not doing anything with these grapes right now, I don't prefer to use iridium quality grapes for this purpose, but the dehydrators aren't doing anything, so let's make raisins. That'll take a day. Raisins is a reason why I considered doing more than one uh, group of grape plants so that I would be able to make raisins for a significant portion of time, but I didn't get around to it. It's Sunday. I suppose I can check the traveling cart. And then I will get hardwood from the stumps of my farm, and that will be the end of the day and the stream. Just got some seeds. It doesn't look like anything that I am particularly interested in. Debris has spread again, preventing me from being able to walk where I want. So there's some hidden behind the bushes. I'm hoping that if I take care of all of that, that more debris will not spawn from them. Because the more debris you leave unchecked, the more it can spread. So hopefully by taking care of all of that, we'll be good. This tree, it's fertilized, but it's been at stage 3 of 5 for ages. But another day or two, I think I'll chop all of those down, regardless of whether the last tree is grown. Alright, so we got some more wood, some more stone, some more hardwood. Did I forget to take care of my animals today? I sure did. I saw that the barn door wasn't open, and I'm like, wait a second, I am out of I'm out of truffles to process. Why is it not open? It's because I forgot about them entirely. Oops, I accidentally picked up the mail machine. It'll be difficult to pick up uh, all the mail because I think I'm trying to pet the animals. And I would love to pet the animals if it weren't too late to do so. They're still getting fed, so they don't hate me, but it would certainly be better if I were petting them as well. Especially since I'm still often getting like regular or silver quality ostrich eggs. I would like to make sure that I'm petting them since they're not at full hearts. And obviously it's more worth it to turn them into mayo if it's higher quality. Okay, so we played like 10 days. It was still fall. It was still spring when I it was still summer when I started, and now we're a week into fall. So I am going to call the stream there. If you watched live on YouTube or Twitch, whether you chatted or looked, I appreciate you. If you are watching the archive later on YouTube, thank you for checking it out. I hope that however your day is going is progressing favorably for you. And made good. That was not worth it, but we made about 30,000. And I will see you in the next one.